Heading out on this Sunday afternoon, May the 1st. Gonna have some mayhem today. Get it? Mayhem? Never mind. Old gas station there. I recall when it ran, back in the 70s and 80s. It's been off and on rain today. A bit of a spray out there right now. And we're on what the state calls a scenic byway, Route 25, Falls Road. Watch and see if you agree with the state. Lots of hidden coves along here. And old structures too. Interesting to look at. I prefer the old structures to the new ones. They blend in better. Wouldn't you say? Lots of quaint stuff along this road. Any bats up there? Not this time. Coming to a crossroads up here. I just thought you'd like to see that. As you can see, spring is in the air. Nice old barns there. Maybe it is scenic, but it's as curvy as it is scenic. Also some fog in the air, some mist. Ever so slightly foggy. Beyond here, the road is no longer a state highway, but a county road. And up ahead, a part of the road once known as the roller coaster. Before they repaved it, there are a lot more dips here. They give you a roller coaster feeling. But since the repaving, it's not so roller coaster like anymore. But this was the roller coaster up until the late 70s. They should have left it like that. And up here, a road with a cool name, Grave Run Road. I love that name. Nice weathered barn there too. It's fun looking at stuff like that. A foggy valley there, and the camera can pick it out. Well, nice farm here too. Now approaching Hoffmanville Road. I recall when that gas pump over there used to run. I had a friend who once got gas from the folks living here back in the 70s. Now it's all rusted out. And There's fog in the air up ahead. And up here we approach River Valley Ranch, or RVR for short. A youth-oriented Christian campground for young kids in the summertime. It almost looks like a Western dude ranch, especially up here. Want to have a look? This is as close as one can get to a dude ranch here in the state of Maryland. In fact, the kids who stay here get to stay in these buildings and pretend to be whatever the building's for. Here's one such building. And next to it, the jail. Quote unquote. Had a buddy who stayed here back in summer of '70. And he slept in one of the jail cells, believe it or not. He thought it was funny. Hey, I'll stay in there. Won't bother me any. I think it'd be pretty cool. And if you're in a cowboy mood, go in there and they'll dress you up like one. They'll sell you some cowboy clothes. And you can even stay here if you'd like. Overnight or by the week. Everyone's welcome. Can't beat that deal. And if you're Wrangler Jane, there's even a place for you. Okay, who recalls who Wrangler Jane is? Name that '60s TV show. Come on, you can do it. And here we are, street side, along Grave Run Road. The road with a cool name. Just like a western town, like a dude ranch, as I said. I was here back when I was 16 in the summer of '70, visiting my friend. We had a great time that day. And if you get sick, you have a doctor's office. What more can one ask? Fantastic place. I once met the gentleman who ran this place back in the '80s. Someone named John Bissett. And he told me I'm welcome here anytime I want to come. Yep, gave me the anytime welcome. I think he passed away since then, though. He used to live over there someplace. And in case your shoes get muddy, not a problem. Got one of those. All in all, one great place. They used to call it camping with a spiritual purpose. Yeah, they do pray a lot here. The way today's world is, I can't blame them. It's nice and scenic here. Another meeting hall down there. I hope whoever's running this place now can keep it running for as long as they can. And now we're by the arena lake area where they used to have rodeos in the summertime. I'm hoping they still do. I attended a rodeo back here in 2005, and it's one of the best days of my life that day. Fantastic. I never watched westerns on TV, but I love rodeos. How ironic, isn't it? But this place has been changed around a bit. There are some more buildings there behind this blue gate, but taken down since. This grandstand is still here, but there also was one more across the way that was taken out. Can't say why. I'm hoping the rodeo still goes on. If not, I'll upload my 2005 rodeo for you to see. Parts of which are in my YouTube number 100 video, if you'd like to have a glimpse of it. But when I say rodeo, don't get the wrong idea. The animals here are well taken care of. They're not abused or anything. The children are safe. These are family-oriented rodeos. Family-oriented, there we go, rodeos. There's no violence here or anything like that. Pure family entertainment. And I highly recommend it if they're still doing it. Back in 2005, they had a bull named Tsunami. Wonder if he's still alive. He's featured in my YouTube number 100 video, if you'd like to see him and meet him. Yes, indeed. Fantastic place here. For both young and old. In other words, for both young and myself. Why did that thing cross the road? And some horses up there that belong to the ranch.
At least 40 to 50.
Hope you enjoyed your visit. Watch for the rodeo. Funny, back there at the ranch, to keep the young kids from dating, they had what's called a 6-inch rule, meaning you can't touch the opposite sex. You gotta keep at least 6 inches away from the opposite sex. Or so it was back in 1970. Wonder if that rule still exists. Hope not, because I'll be breaking it. I'll be violating it for sure. Oops. Too much information. You've all heard the expression, meanwhile, back at the ranch. Well, that was it. One time a sign there said, Cripple Creek Farm. We used to drive by here and sing the song to ourselves. Up on Cripple Creek. Who recalls that one? And back up the roller coaster with raindrops on the window. Past a couple more horse farms, but couldn't get them on video. Now Dolly, she likes horses.
Yeah.
Only got one thing to say to that. Hello, I'm Mr. Ed. Never mind. But up ahead, back in suburbia. Guess I'll pick up the freeway and try and catch up with a fellow rail fan. I'm now in downtown Baltimore someplace. And approaching the CSX tracks, formerly Chessie, formerly B&O. Now facing west on the line. I haven't been here in a while myself. Last time I was here was by train in 1981, riding behind a steam engine to Harper's Ferry, West Virginia. Good old days. And to the east, one can make out some of the lights from Camden Yards, where the Oriole game just ended, but don't know who won. Right up there. Oriole Park at Camden Yards. The name is a mouthful. I would have called it Camden Park and left it at that. They had a name contest when they were building it. I should have entered. Camden Park. That's a great name. It combines both names together, Oriole Park and Camden Yards. Camden Yards, of course, the former name for the B&O yards that were there before the stadium was built. Actually, there's a high school there before the stadium was built. Diggs Johnson High School. I know certain YouTubers like to hang here. I always see this place in their videos. Stupid motorcycle. Get a muffler on that thing. And one more spot many YouTubers come to. You know who you are. Not much happening now, though. The main CSX line straight ahead. It connects to the Philly sub. The track in the foreground is the Sobo branch, South Baltimore branch. And up on the bridge, the Baltimore light rail system. My first time here since 1983. 81 actually. And that was by Chessie train. That day we went that away. And of course this place too. Another casino we don't need. We got too many in this state. And on this street, leftover street trackage. I doubt it's used though. But I wouldn't mind if it was. More cold buildings here. Even a street switch. I recall the days when trains still used this street trackage. But it's been a while. Pretty cool it's still there though. Now back at the Bush Street crossing. There appears to be a work vehicle of some kind about a half mile down the track to the west. Maybe I'll wait a bit and see what happens. But it's a ways down there. Yep, it's a ways down there. I know for sure the ball game ended. The lights are dimmer now. This area isn't as scenic as it was back at the ranch. But what do you do? Typical city scenes. Don't know what I'm looking at. A warehouse of sorts? And behind that pole, oh, there she is, doing her thing too. We have an old siding here that I guess once served some of these businesses. Apparently it was a double track siding. Track over there and one more rail over here, meaning there would have been one more track at one time. There were two tracks for sure here at one time. One straight ahead, that direction, and one bent over this direction. How far back were they last used, do you think? Yes, that's how things are here in the city. Memorial Park way up there. Some more city scenes here for you. But still, I am not a fool for the city. Like a 70s song says. To the right again, the light rail system. We use that to get to the Ravens games. About to pass beneath Mount Royal Avenue. There's supports up here for trackless trolley wires, and they're still there. And crossing over the Amtrak line. Up here is North Avenue, the one-time northern boundary of Baltimore City. Can you believe it? From this point on, 100 years back, it was all country and all farmland. Back at the turn of the century. Last century, that is. Right now, we'd be in the sticks. And now we're on 25th Street, eastbound. Some stuff here is still kept up. Row homes and things like that. Typical city. At the light is St. Paul Street. On our way to Hollywood for the one-day odyssey, we passed from left to right down St. Paul Street, as you recall from watching it. Oops, someone didn't watch it. They went to streetcars along this route, and back then they would tie up in the middle of the street. Back then traffic wasn't so bad. The street car's actually tied up in the middle of the street here without blocking any traffic. These days you never get away with that. One more light. And more row houses and stuff like that. And up here we turn left onto Loch Raven Boulevard. Takes us back to the hood. Almost straight back to the hood. But I better wait till these cars clear first. Down there, the CSX belt line, crossing overhead. I've taken a couple of rides on that myself, and took a photo looking down from the track up this road. But again, more raindrops. That church burned a couple years ago. Almost restored. And up ahead there, on the left, one of our buddies. I have a couple of cops subbing me on YouTube. Still got some rain out there. But anyway. Now back in the hood. Nick, open the door. I have a Blu-ray disc I have to test. And here it is. And look what it's of. My Hollywood ride. Gotta make sure it plays, so I can make a permanent one of it if everything turned out alright. Order yours today. Yeah, the rain's not too bad. Just looks worse than it is. Once again, your bullfrog signing off.